Hitman 3 is changing its name and making its DLC free for all. Hitman 3 is changing its name nearly 2 years after it first launched, Brett. At first, you might think that's a bad thing, but I actually think this is genius. Earlier today, so January 3rd, when we're live streaming and recording this, developer IO Interactive announced via a new blog post that Hitman 3 would be ditching its entire name. Starting on January 26th, which is just after the sequel's second anniversary, Hitman 3 will simply be called Hitman World of Assassination going forward. So after this date, Hitman World of Assassination will be the only way to play the third game in the series to all newcomers. This is basically IO Interactive's attempt to streamline the entire saga, as a blog post notes, bringing everything under one new roof. To this end, all Hitman World of Assassination owners will have the exact same content. This basically means content from Hitman 1 and Hitman 2, which was previously available for Hitman 3 players willing to shell out a little extra, is all going entirely free in the retitled game. So this means, Brett, that you will have 21 total destinations from across the Hitman trilogy, which will all be immediately available on Hitman World of Assassination to both new and veteran players. However, you'll need to purchase the Hitman World of Assassination Deluxe Pack to gain access to the DLC maps from Hitman 1 and 2.
So it's the base game.
Right, it's the base game. This includes Haven Island and New York, both of which were DLC for Hitman 2, as well as the 7 Deadly Sins contracts, which were DLC for Hitman 3. All the base Hitman trilogy content is being bundled together into one package, while also the DLC from the three similar. You can get all the DLC.
DLC is being bundled together too.
Right. What do you think about this?
So this is really cool. It's interesting because the way they've kind of handled this since Hitman 2 has been very similar. In Hitman 2, you were able to play all of the levels from Hitman 1 if you bought this DLC for the game. And then when Hitman 3 came out, you were able to play all of the levels from Hitman 1 and 2 in the Hitman 3 engine with the Hitman 3 graphics, right? So they've always been very cool about that, this backwards compatibility with these levels. But now they're literally making it free for everyone, and they're changing the name from Hitman 3 to just one name. What is it? Hitman Assassination?
Hitman World of Assassination.
It's literally a world of all of the Hitman levels from all three of the games.
Right.
It's becoming like a platform rather than a third game and an entry, right? So this is something I wish so many games would have done back in the day. I wish, Call of Duty games would have done this. I wish Halo games would have done this, where they would put all of the content from all of the old entries into the most recent entry. Wouldn't it be awesome if in Modern Warfare 3, you could play all of the original Modern Warfare maps, every map? Like, why would you retire those when you can keep them in? And that's kind of how IO Interactive has handled the Hitman franchises. We created these things. Let's not strand it on this first game. Let's bring it over to the new engine.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that? I think it's a genius idea.
Yeah. Also of note, and I might be getting this wrong, but they are independent now, correct?
Who were they owned by before? Square?
I think they were owned by Square Enix before, and I believe they're independent now.
You could be right.
They got the because they're making a James Bond game when they got the James Bond license.
Right.
I might be wrong on that, but regardless, I think it's good. I think it makes a lot of sense. I think you're absolutely right. I'd rather it all be one place, and they've already been doing this, right? Every time they release a game. So who knows, when the next game comes, maybe they'll get looped into this too, right? And you'll be like, you'll be able to play Hitman 4 in Hitman World of Assassination.
I don't think there's going to be a Hitman 4. I think that's their plan here. Is that
you're probably right. Yeah.
Right. This is their platform. And what they're going to do is they're just going to release more levels for this. And that could hurt them in the long run because this game could eventually get stale. But I think that they have a couple of years ahead of them, and I think that they can make it work.
Yeah,
this is something that sports games could really do well with, a platform rather than a game.
Don't get me started.
Just saying.
Don't get me started on that. So. Yeah, Knives Out. Get Knives Out game coming to Hitman World of Assassination. You heard it here first.
There you go.
Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Haptic Intel. Did you do it? Subscribe right now.